When a giant anaconda appeared at the construction site, the workers immediately sensed something was wrong. The snake was moving extremely slowly and had a large, unnatural bulge on its body. When a veterinarian later cut the animal open to reveal the cause of the bulge, no one could believe their eyes. For the past couple of months, construction on a new road in the Amazon had been underway. The workers were striving to complete the project as quickly as possible. The progress had been slow and arduous. Delivering materials to the site was challenging due to the limited availability of trucks, and the constant dangers of the rainforest further hampered their efforts. Falling significantly behind schedule, the workers grew increasingly anxious as their employer threatened to take action if the job wasn't finished on time. Their boss issued an ultimatum: complete the road by the end of the month or face termination. When the workers are clearing out the path where the pavement is going to be laid, one of them suddenly jumps back. He had seen something come out of the vegetation that scared him a lot. It was an anaconda, but not just any anaconda, the biggest they had ever seen. It slowly made its way across the end of the clearing they had just made. The workers were scared and surprised at the same time. What should they do? When the giant anaconda was about halfway out of the bushes, a giant bulge could be seen on its body. The workers could barely believe their eyes. They had never seen anything like this before. They decided to call somebody and try to get a hold of the nearest animal veterinarian. The vet said that the snake might be pregnant and is about to lay her eggs here in the middle of the road where they were reconstructing the road. She tasked the workers with trying to figure out where the bulge is located on the body. Most of the workers hesitated. Should they actually do this? What if the snake attacked them? A brave worker decided that he would locate it himself, taking the most dangerous place to ensure the others were safe. Two men geared themselves up with some of the toughest material they could find, while another worker joined them to distract the snake if necessary. The two men grabbed the tail of the snake. All the workers held their breath, hoping that everything would go according to plan, but there was nothing to worry about, as the snake put up no fight whatsoever. It became more and more obvious that something was very wrong with this animal. Now the workers could see where the bulge was located on the body and called the vet back to report their findings. The vet's tone changed immediately when she heard where the bulge was. The bulge was located at about the start of the stomach, but what could be inside this snake? The snake had obviously swallowed something it shouldn't have and probably required immediate surgery to survive. For the vet to reach the worker's location was a challenge in itself because she did not know the exact location of the snake and the workers. Additionally, it was rush hour, so she would probably get stuck in traffic. However, she had to get there as fast as possible to give the snake the best chance of survival. There were still people in the company's warehouse who knew the worker's location exactly and how to get there. A manager was willing to help her, and they were going to use his all-terrain Jeep to traverse through the rainforest, which is never easy. The journey took about 3 hours in total, during which the vet considered many times if the life of this snake was worth spending a whole day plus extra on it. After 3 hours, she reached the snake, and when she was finally able to lay eyes on it, knew instantly that it was worth all this effort. Some workers wanted to just let it go so they could finally continue working and meet their deadline. Others had taken the vet's words to heart and knew that if they let the snake go now, it would certainly die. The snake was still moving very slowly, so the workers were able to block its path back into the depths of the jungle with plates of sheet metal they had brought with them as supplies. The vet slowly approached the snake and swiftly injected a sedative into the snake's lower body. Over the next couple of minutes, it slowed down more and more, and the vet was able to inject the snake with a couple more sedatives necessary for a snake this size to go completely out. Now the vet could finally turn her attention to the big bulge. She took her surgery kit out and set it up to get to work. The object stuck in its body was something the snake had swallowed and could not be broken down by the digestive system. After getting through the skin, muscle, and esophagus, the source of the bulge was finally revealed to everybody. Out of the snake came a small plastic box that baffled the vet at first, but the workers immediately knew what it was and realized what had happened. This box was their cooler box, in which they kept most of their perishables like meat. However, the meat in this one had gone bad, so they left it out of the truck because it smelled really bad. The snake must have picked up the scent and thought it was prey, so it swallowed it whole. With the cooler box removed, the vet quickly began stitching up the snake. While doing this, she also implanted a chip to track its movements and monitor its long-term survival. It took a few minutes for the snake to wake up. At first, It was dazed and confused, but soon it started crawling away much faster than it had before the surgery. After the snake had returned to the forest, the vet had one last task. She thanked the workers for their incredible effort to keep both the snake and themselves safe. Then she headed back to the city, where more patients were waiting for her. To ensure the snake's well-being, the vet monitored its behavior via the implanted chip. The snake was behaving completely normally, and the vet could confidently say that the operation had been a success.